like what was happening to crypto. So in 2020, instead of me to pull out my money, I decided to double the investment. I'm like, okay, I've not yet achieved that set target, because I was looking at raising 10 million naira. I haven't yet achieved that set target, so I just put in back everything there. Plus I did my NYSC in FMC Jabi, so they were paying quite alright. Then after NYSC, I got a job in Abuja, so they were paying quite alright. So I was just adding all that. So all of a sudden, that was 2021, right? Early 2021, I wasn't hearing anything from these guys. My whole money, like my whole 6 figures, down the drain. Hi, this is your girl Nicky Chioma. I'm back again. I know you missed me already. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube video, please click on the subscribe button and please follow, share and comment. It's necessary. Thank you. I'm sure you've had a lovely night rest. So today I came to talk to you about how I landed here. So like we all know from my previous post, I'm a pharmacist. Yeah, I graduated from University of Port Harcourt. Yay! Yes. So initially I wanted to study in Ghana, but I had some health challenges, and so my parents wouldn't let me even a meter away from them. So I had to school in Uniport because it was closer to home, and I was even like a day student. I went to school from home. I couldn't even use the hostel accommodation or rent any private accommodation because it was that bad. So they need to be monitoring me. So let's keep that aside. So after graduation, so you can see that I've always had in mind to travel, but some things were not adding up for me. So after graduation from pharmacy school, I did my internship in Federal Medical Center, Umahia. So while I was there, I started making preparations for my travel, financial preparations for my travel. So I started saving. I invested in some cryptocurrency stuff with a colleague in school and also someone else I knew from church. To cut the long story short, the money actually yielded reasonable amounts, reasonable figures, which I won't call on this video, but like what was happening to crypto. So in 2020, instead of me to pull out my money, I decided to double the investment. I'm like, okay, I've not yet achieved that set target, because I was looking at raising 10 million naira. I haven't yet achieved that set target, so I just put in back everything there. Plus I did my NYSC in FMC Jabi, so they were paying quite alright. Then after NYSC, I got a job in Abuja, so they were paying quite alright. So I was just adding all that. So all of a sudden, that was 2021, right? Early 2021, I wasn't hearing anything from these guys. My whole money, like my whole 6 figures, down the drain. Damn! I was devastated. Even to pay rent was a problem, but money is not the end of the world. The loss of money is not the end of the world. So I picked up my pieces and I knew that life must still move on. So 2021, I started looking at schools. Okay, I got an agent because I'm this lazy person that I don't really have that time reading through instructions, following. So I got an agent to help me search for schools. I think I collected my money, searched for some schools. I think he saw some schools in Canada, because I was looking at September, December of 2021 to leave. And then he saw one, University of Manitoba, Saskatchewan. I can't even remember the last one he mentioned. Okay, we applied for the school, and good enough, I already graduated with a second class upper. So like my results were good, English was good, WAEC was good. So there was nothing that was going to be an issue when it comes to my academic performance and all that. So everything was just on check. So I started preparing for IELTS with the advice of the agents that they didn't waive, because there are some schools in Canada that can actually waive application fee and waive IELTS for you. So you just have to ask to know the school. Any school you're registering with in Canada, ask them if they can waive for you. You can just apply and ask, give them a reason why you want them to waive. So these two schools actually didn't waive any of that for me, so I had to start preparing for IELTS. So 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, no response from the school, and he claims he's the agent. That was why I didn't want to do it myself, because I wanted a quick response. I wanted something stress-free. I didn't want to stand on the queue. It's like, guy, what's going on? No response from the school, no response from him. I followed him. I was like, see, I've lost so many money last year and this year. I can't come and lose this small one that I gave to you. Please refund me back my money. So that one, at least I was able to get some percentage. They were like, they deducted some percentage for the work they've already done. So I fashied, like, that whole experience made me to turn my eyes away from Canada, because Canada was like where I wanted to go to. Okay, I declined US because my uncle is there, and I didn't want any babysitting or drama or family drama, or like, so I just wanted to go to a place where I can stand on my own, start something and excel on my own. I didn't want anybody handing down anything to me, so I ruled out US. Although there was this school I saw in US that would have actually made me change my mind. That was North Dakota University. Oh God, that university is so sweet. Do you know, like, I was trying to do an MSc in pharmacy, and the kind of programs they run, instead of getting an MSc at the end of the day, what you go with is a PhD. Like, it's like the price of 1 for 2. So it was like a good offer. So, but when I applied, they had already taken the batch. So the next batch was like in 2022, and I wasn't ready. Like, I didn't even see myself that I'm going to travel in 2022. I thought it was just 2021 or nothing else. So I went into UK myself. I started searching for schools in UK. Okay, so I found a family friend that has made his name in all this academic admission stuff. So I went to him, I explained my ordeal. He was like, what? That's a scammer. In less than 1 week, he got me an admission with University of Bedfordshire. I'm telling you, he got me an admission with University of Bedfordshire.
Interesting.
I started the process, paid the first installment of the tuition fee, did my TB test, asked for my results. I got my results sent and all that. Then they needed to do a credibility interview for me. So on that day of the credibility interview, I didn't pass the interview, which obviously I do not know why, because that interview was so simple and straightforward. I gave her my answers, either because I noticed she was a slow writer, either she wasn't grasping what I was saying, or she was slow in writing them. So by the time she took the results to the final people that were supposed to examine and give the verdict, they said I wasn't successful. I was devastated. You know why? Because I am never associated with failure. I felt bad. Like, for I think about 3 or 4 months, I didn't go to church. I told nobody to talk to me about God. Oh God, God forgive me.
God have mercy upon us.
That was how bad it was. Like, I gave up everything. I wasn't doing anything. So behind my back, my parents and my elder sisters, they saw the effort that I put in trying to make the first one work. So she went behind my back, contacted the guy and said, can we get her another school that is less stressful and very, very nice and accommodating? And he said, Coventry. And she said, okay, let's go for it. I was just in my house. I saw a mail, provisional admission, Coventry. What's this one about? This was like in December. I was like, what's this one? I had already given up. I packed my bag that once Christmas reach, I'll just tell my office people I want to go home. If they don't agree, I'll just carry my bag and resign and go home, because I was already fed up with everything. I wasn't even interested in working anymore and all that. Admission came December. I was like, what's going on? So I wasn't putting in my energy so much. So because my TB results had University of Bedfordshire in it, I had to go and change that. So you can see money that was being spent. And for changing, I think the TB test itself is 57,000 naira, and it depends on the exchange rate though, because you're paying in dollars. So eventually it will definitely be going higher. Then to change or make any correction to the result, you would have to pay an extra 8,000 naira. So I paid the money. They made the correction. They changed it to Coventry. Okay, Coventry didn't ask me to submit my spreadsheet from my school. They just asked me to come with it when I'm coming to the UK, that they would love to see it. But I sent them a copy via mail of the one I had. So we're done, and they were like, it's time for payment. Nigeria will frustrate you. It was during that payment that I knew what this government has done to this country. Went to Form A, go and pick Form A. The first, when I did Bedfordshire, Form A was very easy. It was that one you walk into the bank and you just feel they just deduct from your account and make the payment. When I came back, they say go to site. Site is down, month 1, week 1. Sight is down week 2. Sight is down week 3. Sight is down week 4.
Interesting.
Imagine me using black market to pay for tuition fee. Okay, I wanted to use crypto. There was this, I don't know what they call it, whether forex something, where someone that has a forex account can pay the money for you. The person I was going to was still putting interest rates that was like outrageous. So I opted to go with like calling someone in UK to make the transfer for me while I transfer back to the person, because that seemed a bit cheaper for me to do. So that was how I paid my first installment. Second installment came, the same wahala with Form A. I cannot fill the Form A. I mailed CBN or mailed the arm that is responsible for that Form A. No response. Called their helpline. No response. Went to the bank said they can't help me. I should keep mailing them and disturbing them. I still use black market to pay, because you do first installment £8,000, second installment £8,000, and then third installment was
Damn!
So it was after all this drama I paid. Now got to visa. By that time now, I already respected myself and started now buying dollars from my bookie people. I would just be buying and just keeping for visa process. I got to visa process. I never knew of health surcharge. I never knew of it. I only knew of can't pay your visa fee. When they told me I'm supposed to pay, I was speechless. Like I was very, very speechless. But eventually I got the money and I paid for it. And then I was done paying. I did my COVID test, took my vaccination, booked my flight. Then I started going to the market. Went back home. My parents helped me get some stuff in the house there. I had issues with packing because I felt it was still Nigeria. I was packing gowns, beautiful gowns, skirts. My sister was like, "Madam, you don't need all those things. It is cold." I was like, "No, but coming here now, I realized that I actually made a mistake. I should have packed jean and polo. That would have been more appropriate than even trying to, because even this gown I'm wearing now, I'll have to put a jacket on top of it. Despite that, it is sunny. I don't know why my own system has not yet adjusted to their weather." So basically what I'm trying to say is that start on time. You can see how my journey went. There were disappointments, there was money loss, there was so many things, but still yet I scaled through. So you don't want to just wake up one morning and decide you want to leave Nigeria without having the financial ability to do that. And make sure you have people that can support you, people that can loan you, people that can, like family members, uncles, aunties, that can assist that vision. When I mean assist that vision, don't have the entitlement mentality to think that because that person is doing well, when you eventually go to them, they will say yes. Because even certain people that I went to said no. I'm telling you, my proof of fund came from a total stranger. I'm telling you, my proof of fund came from a family friend. Like, it's not that deep relationship that maybe family, like it's just something that just started, and the person trusted me that much to want to give me that kind of money. And Nigerians, when person support you with loan, try pay the person back when you don't settle. No be when you reach time for payment, person go dey run, you go dey run kitty, dey run kata, person go dey fine you, they no fit fine you. It's not good, it's not right. You will get help if you have people that will help you. Be responsible. That was how, while I was preparing for mine, a friend was now gisting me of another of her friend's brother that ate proof of fund. Damn! That was put in his account. You know, you put it for 28 days in your account. He ate his proof of fund.
God have mercy upon us.
That is not his money, someone else's money that they gave to him. So put it for your own future, for your own betterment. Nigga ate it. So now, in this life or in the life to come, can that person ever trust you? Can that person ever trust you? So that's the thing. So the worst experience happened when I decided to travel. I'm using the word we because I actually came with my spouse.
You know what time it is.
So when we decided to travel, see, also they were saying, no, don't do COVID test. UK has banned those COVID tests. I said, let us go and do the test. We did the test. We took our vaccinations. I even took my card and make sure that it was activated online. Like anybody that needed to scan my QR code would see my vaccination history online. And then we got to, because we used Abuja, we got to the airport in Abuja. Trust me, from the gate, you're late. For a flight that was scheduled for 9 a.m. and I arrived there by 6 a.m. You're telling me I am late. These people started with all the drama. Every table find me something. Every table give me this one, give me. If you're not giving, they are reducing some of your luggage. They took my palm oil, took some of my stuff. I was just looking at them. We now got to the weighing section. We will weigh, it no reach, we will bring down. We go weigh, it no reach, we will bring down. That's how we became refugees. We were practically at the airport, unpacking, rearranging, unpacking. Finally, we got that sorted out. Now moved to the next stage, which was where they were going to check our vaccination history. And then they came up with this lousy, your vaccination is not up to 14 days. So because it's not up to 14 days, you can't enter the UK. You have to do a COVID test. You have to fill a passenger locator form, which was not, I filled a passenger locator form, but there I stated that I was vaccinated. So I didn't need to pay for that COVID test on arrival to the UK. So right there at that spot, they made me pay that money for the test. If not, I wouldn't go. I was already on standby. My luggage was put on standby. They were already announcing that the flight was about leaving, so we didn't have any other option. We just filled the form, did the transfer, paid the money, and we're like the last set of people to get into the plane. We got into the plane. Like, these were two people that said they were going to make videos of the travel, but eventually we didn't even know where we kept our phones because we're emotionally traumatized. That's the word I can use. We're not happy, we're not smiling when we got into that plane. Like, it was when the plane had take off that we now started like calming down that okay, finally we did not miss it, because we still wanted village people. Say we drive, reach airport, drive. Compound people, if no matter how early we woke up, you know those your nosy compound people, they've already been spying through the window. Why these people, they pack box like this? Where did they go? Where did they go? Where did they go? Where did they go? Then you now carry the same box and come back. I come and meet them in the compound. That's how we now got to UK. COVID card though, they did not even bother to check. COVID test though, they were not even interested. Passenger locator form, they were not even interested. The receipt for the payment for the test we're supposed to do here, they still didn't even need it. The only thing they checked was just my CAS letter, and then they let us go. And we're just looking at each other. I said, the next time I'll be in Nigeria, I will go to Abuja airport and I will go and create a scene.
You don't know why it's going on.
See those people, they are armed robbers. They are armed robbers in human form.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And I go to immigration section. I skipped that side. Immigration guy that is just supposed to check if I have contraband is asking me to do Christmas one. If I don't do that, I cannot enter the plane. I was just looking at him, he running. I said, okay, Shebi no say I figure you, I get Igbo traits. I told him, send me your account number. I gave him my number. I said, send me your account number as a text. I enter plane. Guy, they call me. Hello, auntie. You've not done. This is somebody that is old enough to be my father. He's not calling me auntie because of money. You've not done the giveaway for your girl. Or you've not done the giveaway for your guy. My friend is this also waiting. I wanted to do the giveaway, and I got a text message from him. 2005 for this one. 2005 for this one. I was like, oh, you will tell me how much I will give to you. Just deleted the message immediately. Just ignored him. He called me UK for like 1 week. I did not pick his call because I was already fed up. Like all the pocket money I had with me that I just, okay, maybe anyone I don't use, I'll just use it to get something. These people cleared it for every table. Do Christmas for your girl now. Even at the point like the walkway to entering the plane, they were still there. Anything for your girl, anything. Like, what is Nigeria turning into? And these are people that they are paying very well as well. So my long and short story, anything, if your own work out and you are traveling, please carry a family member with you to the airport so that if they see some of your luggages, the person can at least take it home, because it pains in a two-way when nobody can receive that thing on your behalf and somebody that has already extorted you is the one that is going to take it home to now use it to enjoy their life. Is very, very painful. So that was my experience, and I got here. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. Initially when I was at the Heathrow airport, I was thinking, it's so hot, let me take off my jacket. And I walked out to the car park. Hey, I wanted to go back to my
Stop the cows.
I'm not doing it again. I want to go back to my country. I'm not doing it again. I want to go back home. So that was the experience. So in essence, what am I saying? Planning is very important. Like I said earlier, don't just wake up one morning and now decide you want to travel. It is going to frustrate you. You're going to be frustrated. Take out time, make proper plan, save for it. Save for it, because if people want to help you, there are things they want to help you for. Not like you go and meet I bet give me 57,000 naira, I carry do TB test. It will give you. Then you come back to that I bet give me 3 million naira, I carry pay. There are some things you should be able to do for yourself. There are some basic things you should be able to. Like for me now, the only thing I required assistance with was with the proof of fund and then how to pay the tuition, because I had my money, but the challenge was now Form A disappointing me and all that. So plan, prepare very well, save. If you entered your head this year it's just few people that are lucky. As it entered their head that year, they go. You've seen mine. It's from 2019. The desire came in, but eventually it was in 2022. So different things work for different people. But the long and short of it is that I will not tell you that it is easy, because those before me, the people I asked, actually told me it's very easy, but they lied to me. It is not easy. If at some point you just want to collect back your money and stay in your country, like, who did you offend? But then it's just determination. It's just determination. It's not about receiving that provisional statement, like the school drama to get your cards that you use for your visa interview and all that and all that. Everything is dramatic. Visa interview queue that you have to wait for like how many days. I had to pay for express service for me to just get, like, in 1 week I got my status back to know if I was traveling or not. So everything can be frustrating, but most especially it is money demanding. So if you're not financially strong enough, you will get frustrated halfway. That's just the truth of the matter. You will get frustrated halfway. So you have to save for it, prepare for it. Eventually, even though I didn't take IELTS, that money I paid to take the courses actually helped me, because now I took an IELTS covering both UK and Canada, and it has helped me because in some extent now, during my first semester, the coursework, like, I was able to understand how these people want me to write, how they want me to answer questions and all that. So it actually did help. So no information or no investment into your life is wasted. Eventually, no one is wasted. So ask questions. If you're having any travel questions and you want to ask me, feel free to ask me. I may not have the vast of experiences, but at least I know that my own experience can help me throw more light to you. And if you require the services of my agent, which I can give you assurance of 100% that the guy is very trustworthy, just ask me and I would drop his contact for you with his permission though, because the guy is a big shot, so I need to find out if he wants to or he just wants to rest for now. Yeah, that's it. So thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you. See you when next I see you again. Bye bye.